Today I took 4 trades, 1 winner and 3 losers. This never should have taken it. These two weren't the best setups, but I don't know. Might have been worth a try. And then this one was in my plan, and this was the best level I had, and it finally worked out eventually. Coming to today, relationships were more bearish. There was a supply zone that formed. Bearish there, also overlapping lower here on cams. So bearish pivot relationships, but it did not close under S1 yesterday, so we're still in a bullish trend. And then also it's kind of consolidating over here, forming a high volume node over here. So that was a ledge here at 77.45, and then the upper ledge at 77.88. So today on news, it rallied up into this fair value gap zone I had, and then I rejected right from there, back under R1 and H4. So that's what kind of confused me today. It was my favorite level here was value year high, which was also the top central pivot, which was also the high volume node ledge, which was also H3. So multiple confluences there. I really like that level at 77.48 to 45-ish. And I thought that could be a good long level. But now that it's rejecting from above yesterday's range and coming back inside, rejecting under H4 now, I was wondering if this is just going to be a sell-off type of day, because it's opening above value, but it is it's been rejecting since like 30 minutes before, an hour before. So yeah, I was kind of confused in this area here. So long here and short here was for sure a setup, but at H4, I mean, honestly, I should have just ignored it, but I wasn't sure if it was going to break and then retest at H4 and then come back down. But R1, I don't think I should have shorted that, because R1 is not a level I usually take short unless we're in a bearish trend, and we're in a bullish trend right now, so R1 should not have been a level. So technically it was just an H4, which is H4 short, which is a single level with no confluence, which probably should have avoided. So there was that. But it comes into VWAP here and then starts bouncing. It opens under H4, bounces, goes into H4 and R1. And here, like, it wasn't the best plan, but if I see any good confirmations, I said I would take it. And I did see good confirmations here. 1 minute delta divergence there, and initial rejection, lots of delta to go 5 points here, and then I'm starting to see a 2 minute delta divergence here. Not quite, but on the next candle there is a delta divergence on the 2 minute with kind of a P shape here with the POC at the highs. Another delta divergence on the 20 range with a nice P shape, or a POC at the highs. So I liked that. I liked this, all these buyers getting stuck up here. I like that, all that buying getting stuck up there. 1 minute delta divergence, CVD hidden divergence. I mean, I honestly thought the confirmations were really good. And then comes back, retests, rejects again. It seems like sellers are there. So I take it short with 2 contracts here, stop over the highs, and it works out for about 1 hour until it comes back into this B shape over here, where it bounced earlier, and then it gets supported again there, which I'm not a huge fan of. But it comes back and forms another delta divergence on the 2 minute, and then another P shape here. And it seems like it's forming another CVD hidden divergence. Didn't break the highs, but delta did. And then another 971 positive delta up a negative candle, P shape. I still thought this had a good chance. So honestly, confirmations wise, I think it was good. But the level wise, it's just wasn't the best level, I think. I mean, the thesis was that it's rejecting off of fair value gap here and near H5, so breaking H4, coming back and testing H4, and then I'll run till my long level here at value year high. But maybe I should have just been patient and waited for a value year high instead. And then it just bounces and stops me out. But right as it stops me out, it forms huge buying imbalances over here, and then starts rejecting. Delta divergence on the 20 range. So 1263 delta positive, POC at the highs, but negative candle. It doesn't quite finish as a 2 minute delta divergence, but That is also pretty good. And 1 minute delta divergence over here. So, and it was wicking above the highs here on the 1 minute. So that was a high volume shooting star there. That's where my second entry came in. Yeah, I just thought I was getting, faked out over here, but and then it would move back down. And I had plenty of good reason to think that because I saw good confirmations, but it did not happen. Got stopped out real quick there. And then now it's rejecting at yesterday high, but that's not even a level. So, and I historically have been very bad with yesterday highs and lows. So I decided not to take it even if there was a delta divergence, which honestly, it would have worked out because rejected right at yesterday high, and then it came all the way down to value area high. So that was good confirmations to take short, but at this point I wasn't sure because it broke above H4 now, so I just didn't want to touch it. But what I do here is very stupid because it rallies. Now I'm like, oh, I got stopped out twice. Maybe it's time to long. For what reason? I don't know, but I did see a B shape here. And then 2 minute delta divergence here, and all the dips are getting bought now, right? Even if it's forming a delta divergence bearish 3 times, it's just not working out. Buyers are still strong, so I just decided to take a long. I mean, I honestly don't know why I did that. Yeah, I can't. I don't even know how to justify it. And did go back up and test the highs, but very quickly rejected. I thought about putting in a break even right now, but maybe I thought that was a decent attempt. So I didn't, and then came back to stop me up. Just a bad trade overall. I honestly don't know why I took that. It's just a very bad trade. It's not even a level. I mean, it's a level, but it's not a long level. If it opened above H4, it would have been a long level, but yes, and I took it with 2 contracts, which is horrible. So, just a very regretful trade there. So, I took 3 losses now, right? I'm done for the day. But, I was going to be done for the day, but now I see it coming into my number 1 level for the day, which was value area high to H3 to high volume node ledge. And there were times where I was enticed to take it before high volume node ledge hit, or value area high hit, or H3 hit, which was right here, high volume hammer, 3 minute. And I thought about taking it there, but I didn't, thankfully. Even here, I saw that B shape, nice delta divergence on 20 range, and then I saw a nice delta divergence on 2 minute, but it instantly got rejected here, forming a bearish delta divergence on 20 range and 2 minute, and yeah, I was enticed to take it long here, but I didn't. I think mainly because I already took 3 losses. If I didn't, I probably would have tried it here, especially because I was making RSI normal divergence, and there was a B shape. Oh, I thought it was good confirmations, so I probably would have tried it there, but did not happen. And then, yeah, then it comes down further. So now it's actually at value area high, H3 and high volume node ledge, which is 77.48 or so. Comes down into 77.48. And then forms a delta divergence on the 20 range. And also almost on the 2 minute, but not quite. And then POC at the lows here, kind of a B shape. Yeah, and then CVD is making huge divergence here, hidden divergence. So it's breaking the lows, but price isn't. And then 1 minute delta divergence there also. POC at the lows. I just really like the confirmations here, so I'm looking to get in. I am now about 6 points left in my max loss before I get kicked out. So I only take it with one contract because my risk is about 5 points. But it comes back into that B shape, tests it, supports it, goes back up with the 2-minute delta divergence bullish. And yeah, honestly, I thought I was going to break the lows, but it didn't. So I enter it with one contract, and yeah, another CVD hidden divergence there. And yeah, honestly, the timing was really good on that one. B shape, POC at the lows, delta divergence bullish. Pretty much went straight up from here. So if I had 2 contracts, I would probably take one off at high of day and then a pre-market high, but I only have one contract, so I targeted fair value gap zone here. That's 74, and that was about 4.7R, which isn't bad. Next one would have been the pre-market high, which is 78, which would have been about 5.6R. So not a bad trade, but because I took this stupid trade and then took losses on these, still ending it red. But if this was the only trade I took, it would have been pretty good. Yeah. Although I probably would have tried it here. I don't know. Maybe I need to be more disciplined there and wait for my levels until it exactly hits my levels. But yeah, that's something I need to probably work on. Especially not taking trades like this. Because if I didn't take that one, it would have been at least break even or so. But pretty nice rally up from here. So lows are working, setups are working. It's just I need to eliminate some of the lower quality ones.